That was the Pacifica. It got pooped on. Hey folks, Automatic here for Automatic Games. I am hoping this stream finds you well. I'm doing good. Back to a little Battlestar. I'm sorry folks, I can't get enough. It's one of those things that, when I'm into it, I'm into it. I'm into it. Enough redundancy. This stream is, of course, not for ages 13 or younger. Link to the Discord and the PayPal in the description if you'd like to support the channel or join this modest community. So I kind of want to, I guess, bring us up to date. Explain what's going on, or at least what's transpired since last night's briefing. Here's the good news. While I haven't advanced in missions, I've kind of left this hanging here. It's called Missile Command, and so that is the stream. I have been just really trying to find officers to command these fleets, and I finally did it. Now, at one point we had 11 of 12 officers. And we've got 12 colonies, so I wanted 12 fleets. I wanted an officer from said colony commanding each fleet. And so for a while there we had 11, and that was great. We never did get Geminon for some reason. Just no officer from there ever popped up. And then 2 of our officers died. One was the commanding officer of Fleet Group Toron, and the other one of Fleet Group Erelon over there. And so then we were down to, what, I guess 9 out of 12. Well, now we've got them all filled up. We've even got someone from Geminon. So, without any further ado, let's meet our officers. Steve Snell enjoys long walks on the beach and country music. He hails from Erelon. So he's in charge of Fleet Group Erelon now. He's a colonel. Well, all of these are going to be low-ranking officers, of course. Who else do we pick up? From Toron, it's going to be Lieutenant Colonel Buckle, Anastasia Buckle. She has yet to see any action. Whereas, at least Steve Snell, Colonel Snell's seen some action. Who else? I know there's one more. That's it. Kirsten Daly, Lieutenant Colonel Daly. So she's Geminese, I guess. So for the first time, Geminon's getting a fleet, and she's flying it out there. Lieutenant Colonel Daly is. Everybody else is in position. A secondary goal for these officers is, we've got a lot of colonels, a lot of lieutenant colonels. You might remember Commander Hardy. She was in charge. You probably don't, but I don't even know that I do, if it weren't for playing this. Commander Hardy was in charge of Fleet Group Pycon, and her fleet group saw a lot of action, and she got one of the first battle stars, the Sierra Madre. Anyways, she's been promoted to Rear Admiral, so she's going to see a lot less action. If I was trying to game the system, I'd keep her in charge of a fleet, because she's got stats out the wazoo. But considering she's our only Rear Admiral at this point, I moved her back to Fleet Group Daedalus, which is essentially our headquarters. I'm not going to see any action there. So that's where she is stationed now. She's been replaced by the guy that was previously in charge of Fleet Group Daedalus, or headquarters, and that's Commander Greeley. So the idea is get Greeley out there. He's from Pycon anyways, so it's perfect, and he'll get some experience in the field. Rob, how you doing? Permission to come aboard. Granted. How are you tonight? Good to see you. And Groucho, greetings to you, my friend. How are you? Good to see you. I think one of my side goals here, though, is to start making sure all of that. Initially, it was this kind of deal. You see, I'm going to digress for a second. Initially, it was kind of like how many battle stars can I get out here? Then I thought, you know what? One per system. Find the strongest fleet or the highest ranking officer in each system and get them a battle star. And I did that, essentially. But now it's to a point where I want to take that further. And I think the way to do that is to start awarding battle stars to commanders. Once they reach the rank of commander, which I believe is rank 6 by the looks of it. I think Greeley was just recently promoted. So I need to figure out who all that will entail. So going down the list, Hardy doesn't need one because she's on the space station. Snell is a colonel. Sagittarian, Hector Murray, he actually already has. He's in charge of the Conquistador, our first Battlestar. Greeley needs one. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, because he's got the Sierra Madre. That's right. Commander Asker. I'd like to ask her where she's at. Well, anyways, she's from Leonis. That's my sign, Leo, so I'm partial to those imperialists from Leonis. Therefore, I better get... Well, no, she's got a Battlestar, I believe. Yeah. So really, just who doesn't have one? Privet, is she Aquaria? Yes, she is. She has the Battlestar for that system. Well, I might be good. Yeah, I am. Okay, well, Commander Watterson from Caprica. We'll get him a Battlestar. That will... He's the only one, really, that's a commander and yet doesn't have one. Is that the Kunlun? The Kunlun. Gotta be careful with that word. The Kunlun. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've actually been so turned off by the names they give you sometimes, I've scrapped the ship at the cost of a fair deal of fuel just to build another one and kind of roll the dice again like I need a different name. That one isn't that bad. At least I can, I guess, pronounce it. We're at... We're out with you on the big screen. My cat decided he wants to lay down, which means I have to lay down. Starting not whatever that that word is. Auto-corrupt at work already. I was like, is that an adulated? But then it... Oh, nice. Aduliades. That's all. Dude, I mean, that's the kind of name for a ship that I would roll the dice again. I'd be like, I'm gonna spend the money. I can't have a ship with that name. Now I think the only other order of business is I'm trying to buff up the fleets in Helios Alpha. They have a 4th fleet. That's the Gemini's fleet, the newest one. Newest doesn't mean strongest by a long shot. And so, in fact, just pretty weak fleet coming out here to defend Geminon, which I believe has a fleet waiting there. Anyways, with no further ado, I'd best let this move expire.
Fleet group is ready to jump.
Alright, no combat on the board. That's good. Over here, I think the order of business is we're transferring a ship to Fleet Group Toron, who again just got a new commander, who is as green as the leaves in spring. Spring? Let's just say summer. I was going for a rhyme, is what I was trying to do there. So that's 77. What do they want? Let's give him a carrier. Nope, they can't take it. She doesn't have the authority. Okay, we're caught up in red tape here. When you're caught up in red tape and you're with the government, you gotta spend money. Spend the people's money. I think that's how we deal with this. This is, of course, of course, this is Lieutenant Colonel Buckle is the problem. But you know what? She scored real good on a test we gave her the other day, and so we're going to offer to promote her at the taxpayer's expense. And in doing that, so, I mean, what's she now? Did that change? She's still a lieutenant colonel, but she's got just a little more clout. And so she's got herself a new ship, hopefully. I'd imagine this will do it. So I was trying to give her the carrier. And there we go. Good. No cancer on fleet. Yeah, we've got a cancer on fleet. Let me see. We've identified a cancer representative out there. Yeah, let me check. I know we do. So wait. Hardy's, well, Pycon, but Rear Admiral. Snell's Airlon. Murray. Commander Murray is Sagittarion. Commander Greeley is Pycon. Commander Asker is Troy. Buckle is Toron. Boulder is Libran. Here he is. Colonel Randall is Canceron. Randall. See, it's got me curious now. He's in command of a frigate. His fleet is not. It's not up to date. I can say that. Flagship has seen some stuff though. A little bit of action. So yeah, all our bases are covered, I think. Well, I guess we need to get Fleet Group Leonis back to the objective here as well. We also need to get these 2 Corvettes back into Helios Gamma, or essentially back to headquarters. To do that, they got to go through a bottleneck, which is always reason for caution. And I think that'll do it. We will go ahead and move Fleet Group Leonis back home so they can do this mission. And I'm going to hold off 1 round on that mission. Next round, we'll look at Fleet Group Leonis before we go in with them. Unless something else that's pressing arises.
Base Star Group has been detected. Escort Group is engaging hostiles.
Something. It's Cat. Yep, indeed, we're getting ambushed by a much larger Cylon force. It's just the Asteria and the Discovery, a couple Corvettes. If I emergency jump, I could end up back where I came from. I don't really want to do that, but I don't see fighting this battle and winning. So we'll order an emergency jump and they'll do what they do, I suppose. And they did just that. They went back to the system they came from. Again, we'll postpone this.
Fleet Group has its coordinates.
Well, shit. So we got a couple Corvettes that just can't get out of that system yet. And perhaps a Fleet Group Gemini I forgot about. They need to be heading to their home colony. But that also means going through the bottleneck. And I'm thinking if they go at the same time, the Gemini's fleet could defend the two Corvettes. Now over here, this is the Leona's fleet. It's commanded by, what's her name? Again. Asker. Commander Asker. And she's got the Droman, which is a Battlestar. The Impy, which is probably her old flagship, a frigate. 3 light carriers and 2 corvettes. She's also got a support ship called the Columbia. So her fleet is the dominant force in that system. I'm afraid it will make us do this ahead of time, and I hope that's not the case, but nonetheless, here we go on to the next round. Oh, actually, I should probably look at the briefing.
Might want to tidy your desk there, Commander. Kane is bringing an unexpected guest to the CIC.
And this is the Executive Operations of Colonial Fleet. Commander, this is Prince Stefan, Duke of Hadrian, of the royal family of Vergon.
Just Stefan. There's a time and a place for pleasantries. The middle of a spiraling war is not one of them. So
modest, too.
Vergon intelligence suspects an attack on the Leonid V-Day celebration. We trust our sources, but they have not yet gathered specifics on how the attack will proceed. My personally being here should imprint upon you the severity of our concerns. Vergon saboteurs will be blamed, and the Quarren Alliance will deviate into squabbling and infighting. We require the impartiality of Colonial Fleet to intervene on Vergon's behalf.
Commander, you will send an investigative force to monitor the event. Be prepared for anything. The last thing we need right now is a diplomatic fiasco with the 12 colonies watching.
Yes, sir. This is the call to arms update. Hey, Odd, how you doing tonight? I definitely didn't hear that last name correctly. So this is the V-Day Memorial. It's a controversial Leonid celebration that commemorates a series of nuclear strikes against Vergon landmarks near the end of the Imperial Wars. Diplomats have noted increasing tensions between Leonid and Vergon delegates to the Quorum. Both colonies, have committed to the 12 colonies alliance, but remain cautious about sharing resources. And we get a lot of goodies for doing this. So we're to go there because they expect some kind of act of terror. Here we go.
Cylon's strike group has been detected. A fortified colony is under attack.
Ooh, it's under 15%. I would typically auto-resolve this. Gosh, man. I still feel like I'm taking a risk. Phew, okay. Good. And it looks like the two fleets, like the couple Corvettes I'm trying to send home, and Fleet Group Gemini have reached their little bottleneck area, and there's no more Cylons there, so that's a good deal. Next up, of course, is Commander Asker's action at the Leonid V-Day celebration. So get your party hats. This one's for all the Leos out there, myself included. I'm not showing favoritism, but while the mission's there, why not? And we got a visit from Prince Stefan himself. He's so dreamy. No, but he does have a sharp uniform. I'm gonna need one of those. This doesn't look like much of a party. Oh, there it is. That's the place to be. But we're not gonna be that close. I think we'll kind of be over here. Sounds okay to me, anyways. And we'll invert everything we've got going on. That way the Battlestar is facing the bad guys, or the good guys, the party goers, and the rest of the fleet is behind it. Alright, Commander Asker, you've seen a lot of action, but you're actually doing something important at this point. Don't let us down. I think that'll do for that. Those are armed with torpedoes, is that? Alright, I guess we're using torpedoes at this fleet. Oh, not all of them, I see. Just the Corvettes. Alright, and Asker's flagship is the Droman. The Droman. Let's do this.
Fleet group is jumping in 3, 2, 1.
On my mark. Never mind. Well, she's just too fast.
Jump complete. Plenty of civilian marks, no hostiles showing Andreas. I've got Leonis officials asking why we're here, but nothing else out of the ordinary.
Tell them we're here to join in the celebration. This is the Colonial Party Fleet. We are heavily armed with good times. And we're willing to share. I think once they get that message, we should be good.
So say we all.
This game makes me want to watch the Orville on Hulu. That's an epic outer space-based show. That was a great show. I enjoyed the Orville. It's good stuff.
So say we all.
It was some smart humor, not that dumb humor
Understood.
you get on the old the old Family Ties. You know what I'm saying? Where say this answer Bob Saget, America's Funniest Home Videos humor. It's a step above. I don't know. Is that trash humor? That is trash humor. But I don't think it's just limited to Bob Saget. It's really a curse that befalls anybody that has to host America's Funniest Home Videos. Let's get out your bad jokes.
What's with the scrap heaps? I thought this event was supposed to be fancy.
Don't besmirch history, Helena. Those hulls have survived more action than any other ship still flying.
Jaina's cruisers were prolific during the Imperial Wars.
Absolutely
I served aboard one
prolific.
myself for a small time.
Hmm.
It is a strange choice for a memorial centerpiece, however.
We don't make them like that anymore. Would have taken a nuke to get through that many layers of armor.
Unfortunately, they were plentiful back then as well.
Ah, the nukes. Reminiscent about the good old days. But see, the Cylons don't realize
say
it's
we all.
okay to use nukes. They're like, oh, well, we're programmed that they're bad. These treaties seem reasonable. As soon as they find out we can, we're fucked. Actually, this ship up top, it's got long-range ordnance, but I don't.
So say we
No
all.
sense in firing it into the side of the Droman, the Battlestar. Yeah, we don't want that. So I get what I control these. Okay, out of an abundance of caution, get over to the fleet. Or start tooling around the space
On
station.
it, Commander.
Suppose that'd be slightly safe too. Alright, I'm controlling civilian traffic.
Sir,
Cool.
the Leonid cruisers
Yes.
have launched munitions. I thought they were supposed to be decommissioned.
Commander, move the fleet to intervene and protect those civilians.
Admiral, I cannot allow you to destroy those cruisers.
With all due respect, Your Highness, that is not your call to make.
Whoever planned this intends to sow discord in Helios Beta and the Quorum. We will need those ships as evidence to exonerate Vergon of any suspicion.
He's not wrong. There's
He's
no
not
reason
right.
for decommissioned
What?
cruisers to have any supply of live munitions on board. The Cylons, if it is them behind it, have had help in setting up this ambush.
So, do we destroy the ships? Don't destroy the Janus cruisers. They're firing torpedoes. At us and civilians. And while torpedoes aren't
So say
guided,
we all.
it's strange to think we're not to engage those ships. What the hell do we engage then? Anyway, we launch all squadrons.
Understood. Yes, Commander.
We need to get some kind of defense going. Any more twerps heading toward... Okay, the civilians definitely
Understood.
need to... Let me finish my sentence, lady. They need to head to us. This one's about to run into the space station. That's not good. So is this one. Also, not great.
Yes, Commander.
And they're kind of stuck there, flanked by these two cruisers that I'm not allowed to destroy. Oh well, we'll get Marines on standby and land Marines on them. It's the next best thing, I suppose. This party's
Multiple
getting
Dratus
out of control.
contacts, all hostile,
Yeah.
constant bearing on our position. I don't think they're happy to see us here.
Well, tell them we're happy to see them. Maybe that'll change their demeanor. Oh, hell. If I have to defend Vergon Station from the Cylons, then I've been sailing the wrong way. And I kind of hope that's not the case.
So say we all.
Yeah. Yeah, so say we all. Anybody hit the space station? No? You guys should get out of here, too. Keep your distance from those relics. Janus cruises. Why, if you attack those Janus cruisers, I'll just pout, sir. They take me
On it,
back to a
Commander.
better time. It's my Prince Stefan impersonation.
Understood. Yes,
She
Commander.
said understood.
Yes, sir.
Yep. Since she understood, I guess it was a pretty spot-on impersonation. Alright, so we drop Marines off at the closest cruiser here. Right, we can do that. Why would that not be possible? That's not possible. Okay. Take said Marines and shove them up your ass. No, send them over there. Identify those obviously Cylon ships. And you even get a fighter escort. So that's exciting. Wasn't Janus a roaming god? I don't know. Could have been. I say it could have been. As if not knowing would give me the authority to be like, impossible. You've seen Saget live. That dude's routine is filthy. Yeah, I heard he's actually quite crude and pretty funny. Odd says, oh no, not Bob Saget. I loved Bob Saget in Street Fighter, although I often wondered what happened to his hair and his eye. But he was one of my favorites. It was a good show, but was definitely not 80s sitcom humor. I do not doubt that. Mr. Casper, how you doing, man? Good to see you. How is Casper this evening? Okay, so he's heading out there. He's got an escort. Things are good, I think. And we're kind of diving the whole fleet because you got this big rock here. And if they're going to keep firing off these torpedoes, why not put a rock between us and them? Alright, here goes. Who's firing now? Oh, that'd be the Cylons. Our fighters are engaging to shoot down those torpedoes, huh? All these civilians, well, I tell you, those two ships are in pretty decent shape.
Yes, sir.
Position-wise, I mean, they're all unscathed right now, I think, but these two
So
are the
say
ones
we
that
all.
have to sort of sneak past this cruiser without getting their asses handed to them. But it's clear to me the cruiser's not using guns at all. It's just its torpedoes that it's firing. Otherwise, it's a dead ship. So weird. It's not really me I'm lurking. When do I ever enter with hello? Holy shit. That isn't Caspa. Action station. Set condition 1 throughout the ship. Kill those fracking toasters. Hey Tar, how you doing tonight? Good to see ya. Well, see, now I'm convinced that that's not Caspa. But it could be, he could be fucking with us at the same time. I'm not reading that one, by the way. Not because it's not true. I mean, hell, I haven't verified that. I don't know. But it just
So say we
seems
all.
unlikely that somebody would say that. Oh yeah, I have real small balls, by the way. What? What we were talking about before that. Alright, things are looking okay. Those torpedoes aren't getting through. Well, at least these ones aren't. I'm waiting for those old ships to fire again. I kind of think they do. About these civilian ships, they're good. Let's let the time go and see what happens. Those gonna
Missiles
hit?
incoming!
No. Those are
IFF confirms unit is
gonna
hostile.
fly on by us. If they didn't hit us, boy, they'll put the fear in you.
On it, Commander.
I think the fleet's gonna speed up just a little bit. Try to get behind that rock sooner. We'll start deploying some additional plating to the Battlestar.
Launching drones.
Because I have this thought that I'm going to send it into the ship. But
Understood.
I also have a thought that this can't keep up. Like, someone's got to authorize us to destroy these ships at some point. Or fuck, maybe the Cylons will do it for us. That'd be just as fine, I suppose. But though I slightly recall this mission, I don't know what happens.
On it, Commander.
On it? What do you mean? You're gonna find out what happens? Is that what you mean?
Yes, Commander.
Okay, good. She's like my own personal Siri. It's actually Tex. Because Tex would capitalize her name. There's some mind games going on. Tar, your sister is in trouble. I'm supposed to be mysterious and lurking. She's not allowed to let anyone know I'm here. That is Tex. Alrighty, Groucho, be well. Thanks for stopping by, man. Sleep well. Hey, Plaz, how you doing? How is Plaz this evening? I'm a mod now. Everyone say balls or I'll kick you? Maybe that is Tex. That's very... It's a very big meat axe thing to say. But you know, I got the Leonid people fucking with me. I got Cylons showing up, trying to hack our systems. I won't be able to figure out if that's Tex or Casper. It's too much.
Hostile
Too
unit
much.
identified.
Shit, they're firing again.
Civilian ship
Oh!
is taking damage.
Oh, yeah. They're gonna be fine. They're fine, I bet. Bet the people in that part are probably okay. Pilots might be okay too. So this ship should get moving, probably. Is a great idea. We need to send a fighter squadron out to help defend that ship. Sorry we didn't do that earlier, civilians. It just didn't occur to me. I don't think a fighter squadron would be capable of shooting down that many torpedoes at once. But we could mitigate the damage a little bit. Meanwhile, these civilian ships
Understood.
will essentially just try to get close to our fleet. Ultimately get on the port side of it. Would be super. Meanwhile, we have a Raptor that went out there to start to identify Cylon targets, and there that Raptor is. He's already done his job to some extent. Although, I'd kind of like him to head over and identify the rest of these. Particularly
Yes, sir.
that one. But this is something, though. These are Revenant class, and there's 2 of them. Those are pretty potent gunships. No guided ordnance or anything, but those guns, they've got a lot of them. These, of course, smaller, weaker, but can do some technological stuff, and they can fire missiles or torpedoes. Which I think they're... It seems like they're limited to torpedoes right now, because that's all I've seen fired. At least in this particular battle.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for clarifying, lady. Well played, Odd. Taking the tablet away, lurk mode activated. Caspa's back. Oh shit, Tex is back. What will happen? Did you expect Tar to say anything except meh? Okay, so we could, in theory, return fire here.
Yes, sir.
Would probably, yeah, she agrees. Would probably be the right thing to do, as well as somewhat worthwhile. So yeah, set condition 1.
Firing solutions updated.
and start
Yes,
taking
Commander.
it to those revenants. Knock them out if we can. It's going to take a lot to knock them out, but
Understood.
we'll just deal with one at a time. You guys keep diving so
So
we get
say we
behind
all.
that rock. Don't know I have to say it. Just do it. Let's cancel deploy plating. Deploy plating somewhere else on the Battlestar as well. Maybe the front. And that'll do for now.
Fighter squadron is taking fire.
Let's see. Check on this fighter squadron. The Raptors are fine. Fighter squadron's okay. They must mean this one. No, he's fine too. I think she's just overreacting. Or she mistook that civilian transport for... No, I don't know. It's a long way to go, civilians, but you gotta get behind that rock.
Understood.
If it makes you feel any better, naval intelligence puts your chances at about 14%. So, buck up, get in there. You got this. Is he gonna hit that rock? No. Well, I guess that'll do it for that round. Really got to get these 2 Corvettes up and have them fire. Because that's a couple more salvos. So, yeah, they'll have to come out from quote-unquote cover for a second. Fuck was that just jumped in? Got a lot of torpedoes coming
Missiles
from behind.
incoming.
He'll climb,
On it,
I
Commander.
suppose, and batten down the hatches. I mean, he could speed up, but
Action stations.
that'll have to do, I think. I mean, I assume that's who they're shooting at, is that... Yeah, it's gotta be. I don't know about this one, maybe. Civilians, get down. I mean, don't hit the Battlestar, though. I guess he's okay there. He will fall asleep in about 30 to 40 minutes. He's eating his sleepy time snack now. Then I'll steal the iPod back and block all you mutineers. Ouch. At least he's using naval terminology, though. You know, that seems appropriate for a space game. So what was that jumped in? Oh, I haven't really dealt with one of these yet, I don't think. Not in this playthrough. This is a Phobos. And rather than find out what it does, we're gonna shoot it. Set everybody to condition 1. And shoot it. I mean everybody.
Action stations ready.
And these guys will line up a shot on it.
On it, Commander.
Alrighty, I want to see what these torpedoes do. Actually, do I have any more ordnance fire yet? Nope. Reloading. That'll do.
Missiles incoming! Trigger zone detected.
Ouch. Yeah, sure, that hurt.
Civilian ship is being attacked.
I see that. I see it. I don't like it. Okay, alright. Everything's fine. Everything's okay. Civilian ship just start to turn a little bit. Corvettes need to... Oh, I cannot send them in there against 2 Revenants. Well, at any rate, they need to fire. No, this one. Okay, that's all the stuff that they need to do. As for our old flagship, the old frigate, the Ima, I guess. You just turn and start fighting. Oh, man. Actually, don't. Just ignite thrusters and run.
Yes, sir.
And the rest of you keep on keeping on, I suppose. This civilian can kind of slip to the other side of the fleet. What are you being fired at the civilian? Evasive maneuvers, whatever. You know, in fact, let's turn into it, maybe? Because it's some kind of mine or something they're putting out in front of us. That sucks. Where's our Raptor? We need it to come back.
Understood.
And we need another fighter squadron over here defending our ships. Alright. I wonder if we have a count on how many torpedoes. Yes, we do, and they have hundreds, so never mind. So I say, when they run out of ammo, that'd be good to know. But it's not going to be for a while. That is poop. Have you seen Elon Musk's car? The Cybertruck? The one alien stole. No. Are you with the authorities, or are you trying to get to the bottom of this intergalactic crime?
Yes, sir.
Not you, lady. I'm asking Tex. Besides, why would you admit to that? Wow, okay. So, because that mine was coming out in the Army, we had this ship take a drastic turn. Those torpedoes all missed, because they were just assuming he was going to keep on trucking ahead.
So say we all. So
that worked out. Good deal. believe our corvettes might be in trouble. They're not. Maybe they're just not priority targets for them right now. At any rate, they'll hold their course, I suppose, and fire at that thing. One of the two revenants. I don't have any thoughts that two corvettes can deal with that, though. So we will turn the Battlestar, provided it doesn't hit that rock. And he'll go ahead and engage, I suppose.
Yes, Commander.
Don't hit the rock. I guess it would tell me. If I was about to, I'd get a collision warning. The rest of you, I almost want to say move on, but I'm starting to think better of it, that they should turn and put their guns into the fight too. After all, there's 3 light carriers, and they do have quite a few guns. Everything else, civilian, supply, all that stuff, they can, or that is all that stuff.
On it, Commander.
They can go with the frigate. Essentially, just keep sailing away.
So say we all.
I think this lady's mocking me sometimes.
Missiles incoming!
Damn. So the civilian ship's still doing okay, despite taking a few hits.
On it, Commander.
Actually, it looks like these ships are going to be
So say
going
we all.
more that way. Slow him down a bit, since he essentially is becoming an escort ship. That Revenant is in bad shape. We'll take out that. Maybe start firing at the other one? And I think we're okay. We didn't hit the rock.
Yes, sir.
These two ships are just... Somehow, I guess that's what it is. They're just not important enough to the enemy. Because, I mean, they should be gone if one of those Revenants decided to lay into them. But they'll kind of just keep doing their thing. See if they can, I don't know, get past the Revenant. In truth, they should be turning away, so let me think better of that. And turn to starboard, try to link up with the rest of the fleet. Speaking of which, these guys are going to bring their guns to bear on those Revenants. I think they are, but I just I just gave the Aphrodite new orders to hit a smaller ship. I think that'll do it. Let's get the civilian ship actually, like, behind the rock for a second. Then he can try to catch up. I'm surprised he got out of there. He really lucked out the last round. Alright, let's see what happens. Is there anything that I am especially wanting to look at? I think my corvettes, just because I'm curious how much fire they're taking from this Revenant.
Missiles incoming!
None at all. None at all, but they're both getting hacked. I suppose that's a problem. So they'll boost their firewalls. Yeah, essentially, they'll just put up their
On
defenses
it,
and
Commander.
try to get out of there.
Understood.
The Battlestar will focus its fire on that remaining Revenant. I'd kind of prefer if these guys did the same, but I don't know if they have the range, but I'm going to give them orders too. I think the bottom one was already ordered to do that, so he's good. Get this convoy a little more compact. This is it's the Raptors. They can, I guess, go back here and boost the firewalls on one of these ships. Something else I can do. What are they trying to hack? Fire control. And so on this ship, we're going to go ahead and take fire control offline.
System repairs underway.
And I might just do that with this ship as well. Yeah. They're also going after their fire control. We'll take it offline. And repair any damage that they've done. That'll do.
Artemis is taking damage.
Come on, it's a Battlestar. Destroy that thing. Shit. It's gotta be in bad shape. It's really not yet. Start turning
Understood.
toward him. We'll turn our other side to him because he's really messed up our right side, our starboard side. So if we turn our left to him, so just giving him a bunch more armor he'll have to shoot through. These guys could maybe
Yes, Commander.
turn closer. I don't even know if they're in range. Convoy, keep on trucking, but gotta let this guy catch up at the same time. That's good. Well, I suppose that'll have to do. I'm interested in two things this time. I can't help but say that I'm interested in seeing if the Battlestar takes much more damage there. I want to know if these guys are connecting.
Artemis is taking damage.
And they are connecting. They are firing at that target. That's not good. Damn, they're fucking up that rock. Holy shit, they're about to destroy our rock.
Yes, sir.
Order the rock to start making jump preparations. It needs to get out of here. And yeah, focus your fire on them. You're now showing them the left side, which is good.
Yes, sir.
And we need to repair the hangar. So get your sweet ass down there and repair that hangar. Oh, she didn't respond to that. Strange. I think that'll do it for the flagship. As for these guys, they are making repairs to their fire control systems. This Raptor squadron can go harass him. Actually, yeah, that's fine. Well, better yet, they could boost the firewalls of this other, of the Hoxa, the other Corvette up there. how's our civilian convoy doing? Not terrible. But we do need to slow down just a little bit more. Just for a minute or two. And then we can start flooring it. Gotta let that guy catch up. Now, at least for the time being, they'll have Corvettes
Understood.
with them. Albeit Corvettes with technical issues right now. But that'll be handy if the Cylons decide to jump anything else in here. I don't know that they do. Damn, Vergon Station? Is that a target? Like, we're supposed to defend the transport. Do not destroy the cruisers. Well, what if Vergon Station blows up? Because that thing's barely holding together. And I haven't even stopped to ponder if the Cylons are trying to destroy the station. I didn't even consider it, to be honest. But my yes girl, she didn't warn me of anything anyway, so I don't know. I suppose we should be okay. That will do for now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Battlestar's doing some damage to them. We do have torpedoes coming in behind us. Let's batten down the hatches.
Action stations.
Keep the convoy going, of course. Gotta slow down some more. How are repairs going aboard these Corvettes? Not bad, but not quite there yet. So I suppose the Battlestar is just kind of sticking behind and putting up a rear guard. Batting down the hatches on this ship. Not to mention it could use Raptor support, like tech support. You know what it's like calling a tech support, but they need to do that. So where is that Raptor? He's hanging out on that Corvette, so go ahead and fly over to that other ship. The, the Jarl. The Jarl, won't you? Nice, they missed.
Incoming.
Those will not miss.
Civilian ship is taking damage. A Battlestar is being hacked.
A Battlestar is being fucked, is what's happening. That's terrible. Well. Sticking with it. Just fire everything we got at that last nemesis. I mean, I know there's other ships out there that haven't been identified yet, but we'll focus on that fucker. Fracker, I should say. Are those hitting something? Those are hitting a civilian ship. Hence when she called out civilian ship. Elevate, but I don't think you're safe. Shit, just when he was catching up with the fleet. Well, this captain right here is no dummy.
Understood.
He's gonna be the one civilian I do that for, where it's just like, fuck that, we're out of here. Meanwhile, the frigate's saying, everybody slow down, let this guy catch up. Alright, these guys have their guns on them. Start to turn to port more. Got the Raptor going over. I think that ought to do it. Yep, that'll do.
Missiles incoming! Friendly unit is down. Subsystem is back online.
Yeah. Yeah, those civilians lost it. Damn, they came such a long way, too. Well, 2 of 4. Yeah, 50% casualties on the civilian front. I guess we keep showing our left side of this ship. It's gotta be almost dead. Yeah, it is. So we'll just keep floating there and firing. We have to identify these two outliers. And so that is going to require... Oh, any ship could do it, but I think we should send those Raptors. That said, they are hacking this ship. They're trying to get into engineering. But the ship's on defensive. And they haven't gotten into engineering yet. I'm sure that's partially because of the Raptors that, yeah, I hate to say it, I'm gonna send away. Because, yeah, you guys have to identify those ships. Otherwise, we can't shoot at them. Alright, this next batch of torpedoes. We need evasive maneuvers in the convoy.
On it,
Certainly
Commander.
everybody can speed up. Meanwhile, the Corvettes
Yes,
can
sir.
turn around. Let's have them come about and lend some more support to the Battlestar. Oh, we're going to slow him down a tad. We'd rather have these guys fly in a tighter formation, especially if they're going to try to get offensive. Which they're going to try to do. I feel like they have to. After all, they're the closest to the enemy as it stands. Finally, the Battlestar is going to make a turn to port. And I think that'll do it. I'm going to keep an eye on the torpedoes that are inbound toward the convoy. Nice. We're not out of the woods yet, but so far it's looking good. Have we identified this? Yes, we have. It's Phobos. Alright. Let's fire at it. It's always the answer.
Understood.
Let's fire at it. I think we'll get the Corvettes. Get their thrusters boosted. Excuse me, and get them en route over there as well. Finally, these guys.
Understood.
Turn them more towards that.
So say we all. Yes, Commander.
And that'll do, I think. I am still curious about whether any of these torpedoes will hit. It doesn't look like they will.
Yes, sir. So say we all.
We'll find out.
Civilian ship is taking damage.
Shit. It's not good. Corvettes need to climb and head straight towards that. What is it called? Argos? Oh, Phobos. Huh. Raiders. Surprised they just launched those. Well, we still have fighters somewhere, I presume. Yeah, go get those raiders. And you keep protecting the convoy. And we'll all be happy. We'll boost thrusters on the flagship and get it closer to the Phobos. And let's see. Well, one more thing. Have this Raptor instead of that. Figure out what that is. Oh, great.
Watch your six.
First things first, the Phobos is taking some hits. This backup ship is essentially that. That's a support ship. Doesn't have any offensive capabilities. We will board it with Marines. Plus, that'll get those raiders off of our backs. As for the flagship, guess
So
it'll
say we
start
all.
trying to line up a broadside. These ships are, well, like borderline gun range, I think, at this point. I can determine that for sure. Let's take the one in the middle. Yep, the Argos will be in range. Okay. With that in mind, you have specific orders to fire at it. What about this ship? There's no way it's in range of the... No, not by a long shot. Okay. And finally, where are these torpedoes going to end up? Well, no matter what, it's like everybody has to make a little bit of an adjustment. Let's climb. So
On it,
everyone
Commander.
climb. You like climbing? It's good for you.
So
Go
say
ahead
we
and
all.
climb. Spread the word, lady. Tell them all to climb. Alright, that will do it. These guys are closing in. Let's see. They'll go for the Phobos,
Yes, sir.
I think. We're going for the Phobos, folks. That's just like your mama used to say. Go for the Phobos. Kick 'em in the Phobos, Ted.
Civilian ship is being attacked.
Damn, seriously? That is not guided ordnance, though, right? Ouch. That doesn't look good. But there's nothing I can do about it. That ship is dead, too. Civilians have taken 75% casualties. This is insane. At this point, I almost feel like I need to put the frigate in between those ships and the civilian ships, because you talk about accuracy. I don't even know how they could have hit. How could they have accounted for us climbing, unless I forgot to make that particular ship climb? I don't know, but I don't like it.
Yes, Commander. Yes, sir.
Tell these
Yes, sir.
carriers to finally frack
Yes,
up the
Commander.
Phobos. For real. Maybe, just maybe the Battlestar's in range. Let's try an offensive posture, and we'll check out its turrets. Oh yeah, I'd say it's in range. Now that makes a big difference, offensive posture. No, it's not in range, but almost.
Target locked and firing. Firing on target.
Alright, Corvettes, it's time to strike. Do what you can. At least one of you. I don't think it'll take two of them. Yeah, it will. We're attacking from above. Damn. It hasn't taken many hits up top. Go offensive. Fire torpedoes.
Yes, Commander.
Huh, it's hacking us. I didn't even know that ship was capable of hacking. Shows what I know. At this
Yes,
point in the
Commander.
battle, it's just kind of like, just fire. Like, yeah, I could put that ship in defensive, but there's just another part of me that's like, you've got him on the ropes. Just end this. You know, that is, rather than get the Raptor. Well, I guess the Raptor has dropped off its Marines. So sure, fine, get the Raptor. Send him over there. He's not going to get there in time. It won't matter. Here goes. Destroying the Phobos, right? Yes, indeed. Yes, he did. He done destroyed the Phobos.
Understood.
You better understand. Because, lady, I spoke to you in plain English. Batten down the
Action
hatches.
stations.
And have they fired more? Yes, they have. Okay. It's a moment of truth. Civilians, just bug out. Just turn hard, starboard, climb, all sorts of stupid shit. Everybody do it. This stuff isn't guided. I don't know. I mean, that was just a lucky
Yes, sir.
shot.
On it, Commander.
That's what I gotta watch. Otherwise, we're just destroying a support ship. But this is importante. What is that noise? I don't think I like that noise. You're not guided ordnance, are you? It so seems guided, though. It seems like it's turning. Defend the civilian ship. I don't know. No, it's not guided. It's not.
On it, Commander.
I'm gonna keep telling myself that. No, but shit, I know it's not. I mean, they're torpedoes.
On it, Commander.
Well, you guys just lay into this ship. Kill it. And avoid that mine. Really, that should all do. Guess you can fire missiles at that. But don't miss, because if you miss, you'll hit the station. Like, if you're to destroy that ship, and the missiles went right through where it was, I could see the station getting hit. Somehow. I'm just waiting for that to happen or for these civilians to die. God, those
Missiles
look
incoming!
guided. They're not. Okay. But it almost seemed like they were curving, you know?
On it, Commander.
Pretty damn accurate, though, for long range. Just destroy this thing, and that should be it. Unless that stupid noise I heard was another ship jumping in that I'm not yet aware of. And to that end, I might as well check. No, there are no new targets. Alright. Here goes. And we destroyed that thing. They fired more torpedoes, but shit!
Hostile marks are dark. Disarmament teams are suiting up to deactivate the cruisers.
Commendably handled, Commander. You have the gratitude of myself and the First Family of Vergon. I must admit, I do not understand the Quorum's ambivalence towards this team.
The Cylon are everyone's problem, Your Highness. Colonial Fleet is supposed to act as the right arm of the 12 colonies. If we don't have the consistent, unanimous support of all its members...
I understand your concern, Admiral. I feel we should discuss Colonial Fleet's requirements sooner rather than later. To your office, then.
Hell yeah, let's get some Leonis ships. Did they not notice that the space station blew up there at the very end? I don't think it registered. Because I'm pretty confident that's a mission failure thing. But if they failed to notice that, that's fine with me. At any rate, I'm going to take a quick break while I play the cinematic replay. If in the meantime you gotta go, please be well. Otherwise, I'll be back in just a few moments. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that part.
Switching gun to manual.
That was kind of a mess, civilian casualties wise. Did I lose anything? I don't think that fleet lost anything though. And that's kind of important. But this last civilian ship we got it just seems so random.
Watch your six.
Ouch. Some party, right? It's supposed to be a celebration. Have you ever had parties like this? That, of course, is the Corvettes going after that supply ship at the end. At least that's what I suspect. If not the Phobos, but I think we already destroyed it. And there it goes, and in the background, the space station goes too. But High Command didn't notice that. And we'll take it. We'll take it. Well, you couldn't have asked more of Commander Asker. And if you could, just ask her. She was asking for that one. So we've unlocked blueprints for an assault raptor. That's alright. That's okay. Let's take a look at that. Blueprints. Assault Raptor Squadron, an assault variant of the Raptor ECM utility craft. The external rocket pods on these ships are capable of providing significant anti-capital support. Okay, we'll take them. So, where were we otherwise? I suppose Commander Asker's fleet is entitled to some repairs. Moreover, I think I don't know if she qualifies for a promotion or not, but we'll check. Yes, she does. So, congrats. Anybody else ready for one? Who was that? Suzette Harrison from Scorpia. Okay, you get a promotion too then, yeah. Congratulations, Colonel. Anybody else? Promotions, anyone else? We're handing them out. Nope, nobody else qualifies. Alrighty, Samuel, good to see you, by the way. I didn't see you say hey in there. My bad. Anyways, apologies for that. I do hope you're well. But yeah, be well. Thanks for stopping by. I hate that, missing something in chat. First thing, first thing I read is I gotta go. I was like, oh well, he must have been lurking. Then I look up and I'm like, oh no, he popped in and said hi up above there. So in terms of these fleets, we got the fleet with 2 corvettes that needs to get back to headquarters. That's them. No, not Helios Alpha. Helios Gamma. Sagittarion is pretty safe, so jump there. And meanwhile, Fleet Group Geminon will make a jump to Geminon. Although it appears there's a Cylon fleet waiting there. And I suppose it would probably be a good idea. That is Cylon 3, Fleet 223. That's how many fleets we've spotted throughout the course of this war so far. What do we know about 223? They're a pretty big fleet. Okay. Though not the biggest out there right now. At any rate. Oh, wait, I've just realized we could potentially transfer a ship to this fleet. No, we can't. Not unless we promote Colonel or Lieutenant Colonel Daly. So that is Fleet Group 91. Let's look at the officer. Kirsten Daly. Promoting her will cost. But if it gets her one more ship, I think it's worth it. Congratulations, Lieutenant Colonel. You got yourself a ship. Let's give her the hysteria, because it's hysterical. And that'll do, I think. Oh, wait, now do we have... We do have another... yeah, another Battlestar in production. Good deal.
Detected a Cylon strike fleet, sir.
Mm-hmm. And that's a Geminon then, right? That is this fight. Okay. She's new to command. Lieutenant Colonel Daly. We've given her a promotion. Let's see if she can earn it after the fact. Let's go. So I believe this is going to be the first action that any of these ships in this particular fleet have seen. This is the first time its fleet officer has seen command of this scale. What could go wrong? Honestly, now that I'm rolling out Battlestars, I'm anxious to get another ship out there. Get another blueprint. Which means I'm really anxious to do the next story mission. So that, of course, is where you get those. Okay, whereabouts are the Cylons? Off on our starboard. Right. Okay. We're not dealing with a Battlestar or anything. Got a frigate as the flagship. Kinda sucks. But hey, she's a colonel, and I said that commanders are gonna get the first flagships. Shit, she's lucky she got the promotion she got. Now, she has a lot of corvettes, or 4 of them anyways. And so maybe we do this kind of based around said corvettes. Which is a viable tactic. Do they have a support ship, I wonder? They don't, do they? Oh, yeah, the Carpathia. So, we'll even put the Carpathia close to them. Maybe they can buff those ships? It would take way too long for them to do all 4, though. And by buff, I really do mean just buff in the paint. No, just add more plating to them and whatnot. Given the command ship a flight of Raptors, and then 2 squadrons, or well, a squadron with each carrier, of which there are 2. We're going to stick with guided ordnance. That seems to be the default with this fleet, so... Although, if it's Corvette heavy, and the idea is getting the Corvettes in there to... Yep, we're going to switch to torpedoes. I believe that'll do it. Let's jump in here. On my mark, go.
Prepared to jump in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, as stated, we're gonna do some, we give these Corvettes a little additional plating. We'll start with the top one, I suppose. And unfortunately, the Cylons get a say in this. If they start
Launching
sending
drones.
fighters over, we'll pretty much have to act. Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, we're giving them the initiative here by doing this. But that might be okay. It might not. Truly depends on how fast they close. For the time being, we'll put 1 fighter squadron defending the Manticores, the Corvettes, that is. And the other fighter will defend the capital ships. And the Raptors... I honestly think they could fly out to that fleet and come back in time to essentially, I like a Raptor wing to accompany the Corvettes. But can they get out there without dying is a question. Like, if this just kills them, then that's not worth it. Well, if I'm doing this, I'm sending them an escort. That'll have to do.
Get every gun ready and bearing on the hostiles. Just give me one clear shot.
The Usambara is Lieutenant Colonel Daly's flagship. Alright. Our Raptor is about halfway there. They have launched Raider squadrons, but apparently just one And so, if they don't have any anti-fighter gunships, we could be in good shape to recon and get out of there. It's a serious if, though. It certainly may not pan out that way. So now we're going to deploy. Sorry, max headroom moment there. Deploy more armor.
Launching
up front.
drones.
It's gonna take forever. We won't be able to do that. Guess we have more writing on this. That is gotta be a gunship.
IFF confirms unit is
Luckily,
hostile.
it's not like an anti-fighter
Hostile
gunship,
unit identified.
but it's still it's a Revenant, so a powerful ship nonetheless. What are those? Heavy Raider squadrons. So intercept. Actually, don't intercept them under the guns of these ships. Okay, a lot of times the easiest thing to do with the Raptor squadrons is pull kind of like a Boba Fett. Just land on one of their ships. And the Raiders will give up on you. Temporarily, anyways. So we'll land on this one with the hopes of identifying this unidentified one. The fighter squadron is actually going to set about returning to the fleet. And you know, if this squadron follows them, we'll get them out in no man's land, or what no man's land exists. And that will do, I think. Yep, still doing plating there. Okay, so that ship has been boarded. We've identified this as a Nemesis class. So I would like to take that out since it's got the long-range ordnance. Now, as for these Raptors, they need to get back to the fleet. So
Yes,
recall.
Commander.
It's a shame we didn't identify those back three, but I'm reluctant to send the Raptors further at this point. Let's stop adding armor there and move to a different location. So deploy plating, same ship. We've done the front and the right. Why did I choose the right? Let's do bottom. Front and bottom should be priority. Okay.
Escort clear zone is intact. Priority 1 is in safe hands.
So where'd those heavy raiders go? Are they... Like, seriously, what, where would they have gone to? There they are. Huh. I wonder if they're trying to engage them. Seems like they're just hiding under their ship as they approach. I think the raiders, heavy raiders, drop off assault teams, so they'll board your ship. We're gonna engage them.
Understood.
Just while the Raptors return. Meanwhile, everything else is fine, except we can probably commence like a general engagement.
All
In
hands
other
on
words,
deck.
if you've got guided missiles, go ahead and start firing them, preferably
Yes,
at the
Commander.
Nemesis. These guys are all using torpedoes, so that is only one ship that's going to fire. Alright, good enough. Those are 2 raptors. When you're zoomed in on them, the scale of the larger ships really shows. Okay, so this is good. They are following the raptors in, and our Vipers are following them in. And really, they're getting the losing end of that. The raptors can fire rockets backward into that. Since it's close, I don't know if they'll hit. I guess we'll find out. You need to speed up and maybe turn your attention to... what, a different ship? Oh hell, just do the same ship. This would take too long to boost all of these ships. We'll get this one, the one on top, boosted. The Asteria, because it's hysterical. That's that ship. So it's the newest addition to this fleet. Newest addition to a new fleet. But yeah, it's going to lead the way. So it'll take the bulk of the fire. We'll do that on purpose. That's the plan. Can we fire another salvo? No. You guys are still working to get back. Let's see how you do. Will those hit? Yeah. Doesn't do much, but it's a how do you do?
Damage.
Seriously, Berserk's taking damage? From their guns? Yes. They're actually in gun range? That sucks. Thrusters on, speed up.
Understood.
Like, everybody speed up. There's no reason they should be catching up with us. It may be the frigate, but... Revenants
Yes,
are
sir.
slow. I don't know if that's the right answer, but it's the answer I'm given. And you can cancel that shit that you were doing with those Corvettes and start repairing this ship. Where are you? So, deploy plating. There it is. And you're being recalled, correct? Yes. Fighter squadron. I would, yeah. I will have him.
Yes, sir.
He'll go ID those other ships. It's not as easy, but he can do it. And let's hope we get out of range of these revenants.
Berserk is taking damage.
I see that. I don't like it. There we go. Speeding up was vital. They're targeting that squadron. Did we ID something else? Yes, we did. We ID'd that revenant. So there's 4 of them. Damn. He'll ID that one, and then the straggler back there, which might be the support ship. Well, I guess it could be a carrier, too.
So say we all.
Okay. I'm gonna have these boys start to peel off.
So say we all.
They're getting ready to go do their thing.
Understood.
And moreover, I want a fighter squadron to accompany them. And ultimately those raptors, but I'm gonna let them repair first. They'll catch up. Everyone else is moving. Good deal. 4 revenants. That is overkill. And there's 2 Nemesis classes, and they're the ones that can fire the long-range missiles. They really haven't been doing that yet, I don't think. In fact, I don't know what types of missiles they have armed. I can't tell by the logo. I don't like it. Flagship can fire guided missiles again. Fire at that same Nemesis class. The Corvettes are gonna kick in their thrusters. They're really trying to get away and get off in this direction. The reason being, if they make a wide enough sweep,
On it, Commander.
they could come out here and hit this guy. Which might split their main force. If I could divide up those revenants, that'd be great. Their combined fire is going to be a killer.
Yes, sir.
Alright. Lieutenant Colonel Daly, keep running. Shit, they're in range again.
Nothing but the rain.
What happened there? Oh, that's going towards the Nemesis, that's right.
So say we all.
What kind of shape is this ship in? It's not in ship shape. We could have the support ship start deploy plating on the rear is what needs it now. Right on the bottom. Well, not the bottom. No, that would be another part of the ship.
So say we all.
I wonder, are these guys taking any fire? They're really not. Not that I can tell, anyways. They're almost... Okay, we've got an ID on that ship. It's a carrier. Well, maybe attacking it will force them to break off a little bit. Again, the idea being divide their forces. That said, we'll be dividing our forces as well, so don't know if this is wise, but it's what we do. And Tech Bay needs repair to board this ship that keeps getting hit.
Yes, sir.
So we'll do that. This is the Allegheny. She seems to be going a little slower than the others. Yeah, her navigation is damaged. Shit. That explains it. Well, that is not going to end well, because they will continue to gain on her. This is very bad for that particular ship. The flagship will slow down. God, this is a new
Yes,
officer.
Commander.
I hate risking her. Let's slow down. Turn. Launch those
Launching
Raptors, by
Raptors.
the way. Go into an offensive posture and fire on the nearest ship. Pretty generic stuff, but essentially just try to draw some fire. You know what? I'm rethinking this thing. Like, I'm thinking forget the carriers. Or forget the carrier. Just turn these Corvettes into the main fleet, but then I'm back at square one with my problem that I'm trying to avoid, and that is combined fire from 4 revenants at once. That's really what I don't. Well, so I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. Here goes. But the Allegheny is suffering because of this.
Berserk is taking damage.
And I imagine this next turn they'll be firing on the flagship instead, since it's presenting a closer target. But yeah, navigation's just getting worse. What do I do? What do I do? The one option is to jump the ship that's, you know, have the Allegheny get out of here. But I really hate to do that. Because she does have guns. But the truth is, all three of these ships could turn and show their broadside to these 4 Revenants, and the Revenants would win. That's why, even this move, this ship trying to turn a broadside to fight a rear guard, it's futile. So, I've just thought better of it. He's going to have to speed up. Honestly, the best option is probably to, well, at least start preps to jump out of here. It would take 3 rounds. So, this ship, the Allegheny, will prepare its jump drives and, well, it might get out of here. That said, these Corvettes better produce results. Yes, their fleet is dividing, but not like I was hoping. It looks like they turned their Corvettes around.
Understood.
By the looks of it. Yeah, they're sending one Nemesis back to the carrier, and maybe the second one. Alright, that's that.
Berserk is taking damage. Missiles incoming!
Yeah, that is not good at all. Okay. He's lost his navigations. Batten down the hatches.
Action stations!
Turn hard, show him your side, you know, like, show him clean armor anyways. I don't think he'll make it, though. One thing's for sure, if his
yes, sir.
FTL drives spool up, he will jump, but I don't see that happening. And the next slowest ship is going to be our supply ship, so that'll be the next problem. If this ship blows up, I need to really start thinking about getting out of here. Alright, this guy's under fire, but he's the one with all the buffs, so truly it is our intention for him to take the brunt of the enemy attack.
Yes, sir.
As opposed to the other 3 Corvettes. But for now, I'll put him in defensive posture so he can take this hit that's incoming. We'll get these other Corvettes up and in position to fire at that carrier.
Understood.
And the ship's protecting it. There is a fighter squadron moving to intercept some of those guided missiles, but I can't bank on that happening. And more importantly, I'm going to watch the Allegheny because, again, I don't think it's going to make it through this. Here goes.
Berserk is taking damage.
No.
I don't care where we go. Jumping back.
Berserk down.
We better start thinking about getting out of here. Time for a smoke break. Outside we go. I think after losing that first ship, I need a smoke break. too. I do. I need to think about this. Because I really need to think about jumping the whole fleet out of here. This is a brand new fleet. All of these ships, none of these ships have seen action, except maybe one of the Corvettes did. I'm not positive about that. The Asteria. If anybody's got experience, it's them. The rest of the fleet is green, the commander's green, and they just lost a ship. And we haven't destroyed any Cylon ships, I don't believe. Yeah, I'm going to step away for just a moment. I would be ending in 15 minutes, but I will go over because I don't see myself winning this unless winning means jumping out of here. That's very fair. Good point. As soon as I read that, I came back in. Okay, so the support ship will start deploying plating on the capital ship. Let's start on the right side first. Until it starts getting hit, then it's gotta jump. It's not a good plan. Oh yeah, and Raptor, you were supposed to, support this attack. So try and do that. Even though it's a little risky now, you gotta go buy a bunch of Revenants to get there.
So say we all.
And meanwhile, yeah, the Asteria is leading these Corvettes right in. Alright, boys and gals, let's do some good.
Action stations ready.
Turrets are aimed at the Nemesis, but we're firing torpedoes at the carrier. We're firing guns at the Nemesis because, well, he's our Nemesis.
Yes, Commander.
And firing torpedoes at the carrier because he's a slow slowpoke. He's a slow slowpoke, not just a slowpoke. And that'll just be the first two Corvettes, because the others gotta catch up. And that will do it, I think. I think that was the Corvette that already got hit by some of the guided ordnance earlier, so that worked out really well. Much better than I would have presumed. The Asteria will keep putting fire on the carrier. These things will drop their thrusters. These things. The Anher. You can fire torpedoes. Condition 1. And, what is this? The Nemo scene? I don't know. We'll just call it the Nemo. Offensive. And the Nemo will
Yes,
fire
Commander.
torpedoes as well. And if that doesn't rattle their... Oh, shit. Look at them opening up on something. Oh, okay, no, they're firing at the Raptor. I thought they were firing at the main fleet. Speaking of which, this guy's got to get ready for his jump. He's about had it. I just don't know yet. Still 4 revenants on our case. They're gonna let their carrier get destroyed, it appears. They're just way too intent on following the main fleet. But with that in mind, I mean, maybe the Corvettes strike them from behind. We take out this Nemesis first and then start working our way forward. At that point, they've got to drop their pursuit and start turning broadsides to the Corvettes. At which point, our main fleet turns and engages. I don't think all of that can happen quick enough. To get it started, I'll at least start moving the Asteria in that direction. I'm sure our flagship can fire another round of guided munitions. I don't know where to hit this thing. Just fire. We'll let fate decide where it hits. Also restock munitions. We'll do that. So essentially give the flagship more
Supply Raptors
ammo
are ready.
before we jump. Yeah, we're really letting that support ship fall behind. It's restocking ammo. How's our Raptors doing? Not bad. Truly, I think, you know, there's 2 different types of gunships. In the Revenant class, they're good against capital ships. Personally, I think the anti-fighter gunships are good against capital ships, too, just because the amount of fire they're putting out. But my point is, these aren't very effective against fighters. Their guns are too big, essentially. Alright, so the carrier's been destroyed. They sure as hell sat there and let that happen. Ignite thrusters and start chasing their main fleet. This is a little risky, but...
Yes, sir.
But Lieutenant Colonel Daly would not get promoted for retreating. However, if she wins this, at this point, I'll be a little surprised.
Target is 4-3 by 6-2.
Is the fighter squadron gonna take care of those missiles? I guess not. Okay. It's only 2 of them. I'd like my fighters to get on that. We're going after the Nemesis next, so that's which way these things should be headed.
Yes, sir.
Well, let's just see what happens. Oh, meanwhile, in terms of deploying plating, while you're still here, let's put a little more plating on the flagship. Right side's looking great. Maybe the bottom?
Launching drones.
But as soon as that thing starts taking fire, we need to go. Meanwhile, I want to see if these missiles hit. So this is where we'll focus. There we go. Raptors attacking them. Hell yeah. Okay, good deal. I was worried. Me too. Okay, things are... I mean, they're definitely gaining on that poor little supply ship. Alright. Enough games. 2 rounds until it jumps. You can begin jump preparations. In fact, I think I want to look at the supply ship. They're still not firing at it. I almost want to cancel it and restart it so it lasts another 2 rounds. Because I can't tell if they're closing the gap. They've got to be. I hate to get rid of something that can give us more plating and more munitions. And meanwhile, the Nemesis... Damn, he's just hauling ass. I mean... Our Corvette's gotta be doing the same. No, this one doesn't have its thrusters on. Do you? Yeah. And you do? Okay, that was the only one that didn't. Oh, do I restart the jump? Cancel retreat. And order a retreat. They're like, what? They're gaining. They're definitely gaining. I made a mistake. Okay. Flagship can stop boosting thrusters for a moment, go into offensive mode.
So say we all.
And fire at the nearest Revenant. You might as well do the same. Except for you don't have missiles.
Yes, sir.
But use your guns anyways. And are you guys on this Nemesis yet? No.
Understood.
It's taken too long with these Corvettes.
On it, Commander.
Yeah. I tend to I guess I forgot. They're chasing a Corvette. They're chasing a fast ship. Well, will the Carpathia get out of here alive? The Allegheny didn't. Yes, they will. This is not good. Now, there's only one of them shooting right now, but those other two will be in range really soon. There's no way these two ships can take on those four. No fucking way. So, keep going. No fracking way, I should say. Come on, Corvettes. The sooner you can do this, the better. They have torpedoes, but I cannot fire torpedoes at this range and expect them to do anything. Maybe against the Revenants since they're so slow, but I just don't know.
Berserk is taking damage.
Yep, we're in trouble. This is not good.
So say we all.
Alright, desperate moves. Send the fighter squadrons up to initiate the attack on the Nemesis. Maybe they can tear up its thrusters a bit. And slow it down. That would... Unfortunately, that seems more long-term than immediate result.
Berserk is taking damage.
I see that. That sounded bad.
Yes, sir.
Um...
Target acquisition maintained.
Well, shit, he got out of range of him? Oh, well, here comes more fire. How's your front look? Front, so right side and rear are really the worst. This seems like suicide. He's gonna turn toward them with his left in front. Maybe show him the top too? Yeah. It could be as good as dead, but if not, he might slip out of here in a jump here in a second. Okay. The Corvettes are starting to take fire from the Revenants. I didn't know the Revenants had rear-facing guns. I didn't believe that they did not. It's just now I know. And that being the case, I think... What,
Understood.
you be the only one that stays on the Nemesis. Fire torpedo.
All hands on deck.
Torpedoes away.
Missile tubes prepped. Understood.
I believe I have him. No, I don't. You
Missile
fired
tubes
him.
prepped.
Okay. So I'll be looking at the planet in the background. That's about where the Hathor, which is our carrier that's about to be destroyed or jump. Flagship is still cruising out of there. In fact, let's kill the boosters and start to turn again. Because you
So
can
say
fire
we all.
missiles. So we'll do that. But I will focus on the Corvettes and see what damage they, if any, they do. Come on. Shit, our ship got out of there. Nice. Oh, that was a good amount of damage. We totally took out that ship's navigations. These are going to miss the Nemesis. I'm not surprised by that. Fighter squadrons are engaging the Nemesis. Are they doing any damage? A little bit, not much. Fighter squadrons are not protecting. So yeah, actually, scratch that. Try to shoot down that incoming ordnance. Cannot afford to take hits here. I guess just get every
Yes, Commander.
little Corvette gun on that rear Revenant. This ship's gonna get hit, isn't it? Oh well. Well, at least the Hathor got out of there. Oh, now they're coming about. They're like, oh shit. However, Cylon might say that. Alright, Corvettes, I know it's a little bit of a David and Goliath, but at least there's 4 Davids. And in
Yes,
that
sir.
story, I think Goliath lost anyway, so don't sweat it. Just put all guns on that and try to finish him off. If we get another round of torpedoes, then it is all over for him. So they're just going straight back after our flagship. Therefore, hit those thrusters again and keep running. We could make something out of this. Meanwhile,
Yes, sir.
get a fighter squadron after the Nemesis. The other one can stay on defense and go. Put a lot of fire on the flagship.
On it, Commander.
And now the Corvettes are starting to take some fire. Here goes.
Reloading.
More torpedoes.
Understood. Missile tubes prepped. So say we all.
It's funny, they came out here after the Nemesis Corvette, but instead they're trying to take on the Revenants now. We'll kill the thrusters on the flagship again, essentially just doing this when we can. Turn and fire missiles. Yeah, might as well hit that. It's not the one shooting at you, but if you can knock it out, that'd be great. Here goes. Come on, connect. Okay. The second ship didn't get much, but that first one lost it. Finally.
Understood.
He's gonna get hit. In fact, I'll put him in defensive posture. This guy needs to ignite thrusters to catch up just a little bit. Same with the Nemo. Hit those thrusters and
Yes,
run
sir.
again. Need thrusters to get out behind it. I mean, we're still looking at 3 Nemesis class. That's not great. Awesome that they destroyed one. But I truly think that I've fucked up the Geminon fleet doing this. Like, even if we got a victory, it's a Pyrrhic victory, or Pyrrhic victory. Is the little missile Corvette done yet? Not yet. Alright. Jeez, here goes. Kind of worried for that Corvette that's taking all that heat there. Hell yeah. There went their Corvette. So they're all out of missiles. Let's line up for a forthcoming torpedo mission.
Yes, Commander.
However, in the meantime, set condition 1 and fire on that closest Revenant.
Yes, Commander.
The same can be said for all these ships, I guess.
Action stations ready.
So, since we're setting up for torpedoes, I'm going to put him here, but not go into condition 1 yet. That'll be next round. And same with this one. It just essentially just needs to get closer. That will do. Which one of these ships is taking the most heat? I think it's the Asteria, and I think she's doing okay. That's not true. The Anher's the one getting it. And it's stinging a little bit. It's a little tender. Alright. That will do for now. Fighter squadrons, start harassing
sir.
those revenants. I guess, like, and that should be every fighter and the Raptors. The more guns they have on fighter squadrons, the less guns they have on our larger ships. There we go. Setting up for the torpedo mission.
Target acquisition is screwed. Give me manual controls now.
Okay. Fire torpedoes. Well,
Action
second
stations
mission
ready.
1, then fire torpedoes.
Yes,
Action
Commander.
stations. This ship's called the Adirondack. I'm just not gonna mention this ship again. There we go. I think. Ah, this one needs fire as well.
Understood.
That'll do. The flagship can kill its thrusters. Do another one of these turns. Actually, turn your left side this time. Your right side's taking
So say we all.
some hits. And hit the one they're not hitting. Yes.
Missile
hit that
tubes
one.
prepped.
And of course, action stations. Here we go with the torpedo mission on the center revenant. Let's get some hits going. Okay. Okay. Lieutenant Colonel Daly might pull this off. We got a few rounds until we
Yes,
can
sir.
load those torpedoes again, and those rounds are going to be under fire. But that's promising. We've knocked out 2 of them. Let's get our guns on that one. I mean, it's possible that it gets knocked out before we're reloaded. It's not likely, but let me take a look at its damage again. No, yeah, most of the damage it's taken is on its right side or its front. We'll have the Raptors fire rockets, because that's just a fun thing they can do. And the flagship, ouch, is not in great shape. Don't want to sacrifice you. So keep running for now. They'll keep following. They're being awful stubborn. Here with those rockets.
Adjusting shot level. 9. Fire.
See, yeah, they're putting a lot of their guns on those fighter squadrons, where they were aiming them back here at these corvettes. As far as I can tell, there's only like 1 or 2 batteries on this ship aiming back at the corvettes right now. Yeah, that rear one is. So, that's a good deal. Just having those fighters up there is helping. However, I should see what kind of damage the Anhur has sustained. Excuse me. And it's not terrible. I think it can maintain what it's doing without giving away the ship. Sorry, giving up the ship, I think is the phrase. Alright, so, yeah, we just keep on keeping on. This ship will be turning right next time. That'll do it. Come on, Corvettes. Truly, the Asteria, the lead Corvette here, and the other 3 Corvettes, one of which I can't pronounce the name of, they've carried this battle. I mean, not to say, certainly the flagship has contributed, but it was looking pretty dismal until their operation began. I mean, that said, the whole first half of this battle, they weren't doing anything. They were just prepping for this. So that kind of sucked. Man, if we can take this ship out, that
Squadron
would be
target
great.
is confirmed.
Like, I guess what I mean is take it out without using any torpedoes. Torpedoes will be back in the tubes next turn. And if I could use all 4 on this, because this Revenant is relatively untouched. And though we have them down to essentially 1 Revenant, that's where I get stupid and cocky, and I forget that Revenants have a lot of bite to them. So I'll try to be mindful not to do that. Okay, it is time to finish this. Flagship needs to turn and fight. Bring its guns on that. Bring missiles on
Understood.
it. Set everybody to action stations. And here's the torpedo show. This could do it. This could absolutely do it. Let's hope. Come on, bust through. Almost. I think we might have it. She's still got to take a few more torpedo hits from the rear here. And that's where she's busted through. That's where she's suffering decompressions. You can see there's torpedoes coming from the front. That's not going to do anything. I mean, yeah, it'll tear up its armor, but the real holes that are getting to her core are back there. And that is probably going to do it. We will recall our fighters. Never mind, their carriers were destroyed. Whoops. Sorry, I shouldn't have brought it up. At any rate, fly back to a friendly ship. We're done. Oh, shit, I should have left the fighters there. 'Cause she survived that torpedo run. Alright, well, at any rate, the forward guns of these Corvettes are going to end up being the deciding factor here. Especially if you just tell them to concentrate fire on a specific ship. Because then they get a little more accurate, their rate of fire against that ship increases. That'll do it.
Adamant is taking damage.
Damn. Well, that was a little rougher than I expected. She definitely got promoted. She lost a ship. Right? I mean, she lost a carrier. She almost lost 2 more ships, but they got out of there just in the nick of time. And yeah, I was right about the Asteria. That was the Corvette that was leading the other Corvettes. And it is a veteran ship. It's been around for a while. I didn't know that, but I apparently slid it into a otherwise green fleet. But it kind of showed. Anyhow, here's a replay of that. I am going to go, decompress.
Check your solutions before engaging.
Get every gun ready and bearing on the hostiles. Just give me one clear shot.
Escort clearance zone is active. Escort clear zone is intact. Priority 1 is in safe hands.
Escort priority 1 still online.
Full attack mode. Fire at will. Nothing but the rain. We've been through worse.
There's where the Corvettes finally got their first kill. And their second. And the trend just continues. Truly, they pulled us out of that. In terms of the, here comes the cavalry thing. They totally personified that notion. I don't know what we're focusing on there, but it's lovely.
Firing solution is online. Drive spooled. On your mark, Captain.
Finally got in range of our support ship. And it gets out of there. Next up is the Anher, I think. But yeah, those Revenants are potent. It's not like there's not ships that can't make, short work of a Revenant, but I'm not playing with those. Not yet, anyways. So, at this point in time, the Revenant is a real threat.
Solution updated. Target acquisition maintained.
And of course, the Anher is gonna kill. I believe that was the name of that ship, so I should stop. He's gonna get out of there. Whatever his name is. I almost got a glimpse of it there. Alright, here comes the Corvettes. Here come the Corvettes, I should say.
Incoming.
And honestly, I was kind of worried about the Lieutenant Colonel, too. I mean, she was on that ship. It was ahead of the enemy. It kept slowing down and attacking and then getting torn up and continuing. This was every bit of rescue mission in that vein, anyways. Show the torpedoes. Don't be afraid to show them. Nice. And I think the fighters took that guy out. Yeah, they kinda did. I mean, I'm sure those missiles helped. Oh, it feels good to see one of those blow up. And surprising. Anyways, the first one was really surprising to me. I had a hunch that the Corvettes could do it, but I didn't realize how well they do. This is how little Corvettes get famous. The Asteria that led to that ship right ahead of us there. It's the spearhead of that attack. And yeah, in my mind, it'll be an important ship even when it's antiquated. Because they are definitely boxing above their weight. And hell, here where they finished this one with their guns, unless this is the last one, then they were able to use their torpedoes on the last one. That's what it was. That's how that worked. Oh no, it was the opposite. They used the torpedoes and then they finished it off with their guns. Great deal. Lieutenant Colonel Daly will probably be a colonel here in a second. Helios Gamma contains the colonies of Libra, Sagittarius, and Scorpia. These planets were common battlegrounds during the Imperial Wars of Virgon and Leonis 200 years ago. Fun facts. Okay, officers. Who gets promotions? Daily, I know you do. Come on. There you are. Combat engineer, so +2 engineering subsystem strength. That allows ships to repair quicker and more effectively. And that applies to our whole fleet. Anybody else lined up for a promotion? I don't think so, no. And what rank is she now? Indeed, she is now a colonel, a full-blown colonel. Congrats, Kirsten. You know, she made it to her own planet. That was a goal at the start of the stream, was to get Fleet Group Geminon to Geminon. And so she did that, knocked out a Cylon fleet that was every bit as strong as hers, if not a little stronger. So good deal there. And then, of course, earlier we had Fleet Group Leonis under Commander Asker conduct a, I guess, more important mission at Leonis. And that worked great. That will bring us to the end of the stream, I believe. We do have a couple more missions on deck, and like I said, I'm anxious to get to these missions, essentially because I want to unlock more ships. But it appears that every colony is on board with Colonial Fleet right now. That isn't often the case. But there's no colony that's suffering from a what do you call it? Not an embargo, a blockade. That's what I mean, a blockade. Every colony is open. Most colonies have their fleet docked at them. We are in great shape. Though I'm not going to look at the briefing, I am going to check out, what do we have? Chapter 8, Articles of Colonization, and Broken Alliance 4, Medical Supplies. So that's the medical supplies mission, I suppose, at Parisphone. And Articles of Colonization at Liebern, I believe. Let's just say yes. Anyhow, I think that's going to do it. Like I said, I'll be back at this. I don't know if I'll be back at it tomorrow. It's like, too many games, too little time. But it really throws a wrench in it when I get hooked on one of these strategy games and I kind of get carried away. I play by day, and then I'm like, well, I'm not going to do any mission, like story missions, unless I stream. And so by day, I'll be like, I want to unlock this ship. Well, I got to do that story mission. Well, I guess that's what I'm streaming tonight. So that is the cycle I've been in for, well, the last couple of days. Then again, I'm enjoying the Red Dead Call to Arms. I hate to say it. I know it's to some chagrin, but I really like doing it free game, even if I lose that. So I don't know. There's the temptation to do that too. Whatever I decide, you'll find out about it shortly. I will likely be back at this tomorrow. In the meantime, I hope you have a great one. As always, this is Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this, and if you are subscribed, then I'm going to make sure you get a battle star. A pretend battle star. Well, actually, I guess all battle stars are pretend. And that's a sad note to leave you on.
Sure felt serious while I was playing.
Good night. Thanks, Odd. And you lurkers. Thank you too.